Hi, Shauna from Karuna Yoga Wellness here, and welcome. We are going to start today down on our mat in a seated position if we can. So just coming down to wherever your space is. Before we get underway, if you've not met me before, this is your first rodeo here, then just really quickly, if you've not practiced yoga, or if you're coming back from injury, or you've got any kind of reoccurring condition, then please double check with a healthcare professional before you try anything new. We love you and we want you to try yoga, but we want to make sure that you're not going to be doing any damage to yourself in the process. Secondly, regardless of whether we've got injury or not, it's going to be so important for each and every one of us to listen to our body as we go through our practice. That's what yoga is all about. It's all about coming in to find your peace inside, to tune in with yourself and tune out the rest of the mad, crazy world out there. So hopefully you enjoy. We are going to be flowing today and we're going to be focusing on detoxing. So we're post-Easter now. A lot of us, if we're self-isolating at home, alcohol sales in Australia would say that a lot of us are drinking quite a bit. A lot of us are doing all the ISO snacking as well. So it's never a bad time for a detox. If this, by the way, if this position here, sitting cross-legged, isn't available to you, if it's just hurting way too much, the hips are way too tight, you're welcome to sit in another position that suits you better. Or you're welcome to also bring a rolled up towel or a pillow or something like that underneath your sit bones for a little bit of extra height. And that just helps to give you some space in the hips. But we will be working on that today as well. But there's two ways in yoga that we can detox and flush those toxins out of our system. And we incorporate both of those throughout the majority of yoga practices. And the first one is pranayama, or controlled conscious breathing. So consciously breathing and breathing nice and deeply can help to aid the body to get rid of those toxins. And the second thing is this twisting and massaging and stimulating that we do of our organs when we practice the physical asana yoga. So expect lots of twists, lots of working through the core, lots of folding over and bending to help stimulate through our torso and get our digestive system working for us. But let's jump in now anyway. So in our cross-legged position, we're going to close the eyes down. Just start to bring that focus inwards. So you might be joining me in the morning, you might be joining me in the afternoon, wherever you are in your day now though, let's just take a couple of big deep breaths. So inhaling right the way down into the belly and exhaling, really sighing the air out. So two more like that. One more. Just releasing anything that's not serving us. Forgetting about anything that's happened or is going to happen to us today. For the next short while, you're going to bring your focus inwards. So trying to keep it confined into the four sides of your mat. So it's switching off the monkey mind, bringing our focus inwards. Starting to do that today by checking in with yourself and just noticing how you're feeling. So what sensations are arising through the body? How are our energy levels today? I'll invite you as well to set an intention for your practice. And you certainly don't have to if you think that that's a bit woo-woo. And your intention could be that you just want to be kind to yourself today and to be gentle. Your intention could be that you're really wanting to challenge yourself. It's totally personal, totally up to you. But as we sit here coming into our space, coming into our body, we're going to start to bring our focus to our breath. So beginning to deepen our breathing, expanding the lungs a little bit further. Making sure we're sitting up nice and tall through the crown of the head and those shoulders are away from our ears. Just taking a couple of belly breaths here. Take 2 more deep breaths in this position. And then on your next exhale, let's blink the eyes open. We're going to inhale, reach those arms up, so lengthening through the crown of the head. We're going to exhale to fold from the hips, so taking our hands down, release our gaze, our drishti to our nose. Sinking our sit bones into our pillow or our mat. We might start to creep the fingertips a little bit further forward. As we breathe here, we're massaging into the stomach, but we're also stretching through the hips, which hold a lot of ama, a lot of toxin. One more breath here. And then we inhale, reach those arms back up. Let's switch our legs so the opposite leg comes all under, I should say. And then we exhale, fold from the hips again. Release the gaze. Maybe stretching out, lengthening through the spine here, breathing into the hips. Inhale, reach the arms up. If it's too uncomfortable for you to sit this way, you can switch legs again. But if not, we're going to exhale to take our right hand to our left knee. Our left hand is going to come behind us just for support, so we don't want much weight there. We're going to inhale, lengthen up, draw our core in. And then as we exhale, we're twisting gently, bringing our gaze over our left shoulder. Again, inhale, lengthening. Exhale, maybe deepening into the space we've made. We're warming up though, so keep it gentle. Breathing into the tension. One more breath here. Then we're going to inhale to unwind, lift both the arms up, so lengthening. We're going to exhale to take left hand to right knee, right hand comes behind us. Inhale, lengthen. Engage that core and then exhale, gently twisting here. Again, inhale, lengthening up a little bit further. Exhale, maybe twisting into the space. Remember to keep as much weight off that back hand as we can. It's just there for support. And then we inhale to unwind, coming back up through center. We're going to exhale to roll over onto our knees, bringing our hands down, so coming to tabletop position. Stacking our joints once we arrive here, untucking the toes. Fingertips spread nice and wide, so really pushing down through the knuckles. Inhale, lengthening out through the crown, so length through the spine. Exhale, draw our belly button in towards our spine here. Engage that core, the Uddiyana Bandha. We're going to come into our cat-cow, so inhale, drop the stomach, lift the gaze and the hips. So space across the chest here. Exhale, engage the core, rounding through, looking towards your knees. Inhale, drop the chest, lift the tailbone, the gaze. Exhale, core engaged as we round through. You can keep moving through our cat-cow here, moving with the breath. You've got the option to close the eyes down if it helps you feel into the movement of the body. But you're also really welcome to make this your own. So I'm here to guide you, but it is your practice, and you might go, oh, I really need a side stretch here. You might look over the shoulder towards the hip. You might play around a little bit, moving the weight backwards and forwards, just finding what works for you. Listening to your own body here. Doesn't really matter what movements we make as long as we're warming up the spine. I'm just going to spend 2 more rounds of breath here. Then we're going to come back into our tabletop position. Make sure those fingers are wide again. Inhale, lengthening through the crown, draw that core in. And we're going to exhale, extend our right leg behind us. So we're pushing the heel away. The toes are down, drawing our core in to find our center of gravity. And then when you're ready, you're going to extend the opposite arm. So left arm extends out, energy through fingertips. Let's make sure the fingers of that grounded hand are spread really wide. Protect the wrist. Inhale, extend a little bit further here. As we exhale, we're using our core. We're rounding our spine, bringing our elbow and knee to meet. Inhale, extend the drishti, the gaze stays down. Exhale, crunching through. Crunch is a negative term, you know what I mean. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring elbow and knee to meet in the center. Inhale to extend back out. Exhale, place that left hand down. We're going to take the right foot across the left. So the ball of the foot comes down here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bring the gaze over that left shoulder towards the right foot. So keep the arms straight. And we're stretching through the right side of the body. So breathing into that side. As we exhale, we might deepen that stretch a little bit further. 2 more breaths. Last one. Inhale, gaze comes back to center, followed by that right leg. And then we exhale, place the right knee down. Inhale, lengthen through the crown, draw the core in. Exhale, extend that left leg behind us. Now push the heel away, nice and active. Drishti is to your nose. When you're ready, extend the right arm out. So again, energy through the heel, energy through the fingertips. Inhale, lengthen here. Exhale, round the spine, elbow and knee meet. Inhale, extend. As we exhale, let's make sure the knuckle of the pointer finger on that left hand stays down into the mat. Extend back out on inhale. Last one on this side, we exhale, they meet in the center. Inhale to extend. Exhale, bring the right hand down. Take the left foot over the right. Place the ball of the foot down. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, gazing over right shoulder towards your left foot this time. Stretching through the opposite side body. As we do this, just noticing if one side's tighter than the other. Listening to your body, maybe deepening on exhale if it's available. We'll take 1 more breath here. Then inhale, bring that gaze back to center, followed by the left leg. And exhale to place that knee down. Inhaling here, preparing ourselves. We exhale, tuck the toes, coming to our first down dog. So fingers spread really wide. Hips are high and we sink our heels down towards the mat. The gaze is at the knees and the feet are hip distance apart. Once you're here, you might like to pedal the legs out. Same with our cat-cow, you've got freedom here. You can stay totally stationary. You can drop the heels from side to side. You might keep pedaling out. You might bring the weight forward to plank and then back to down dog. Just having a play around here, feeling into your body. On our next inhale, we're going to pick our right leg up, point the toes up and back for three-legged dog. As we exhale, we're going to place that right foot down with our heel in line with our left toe. Inhale, extend the left leg up. Exhale, place the left foot just in front of the right. So with each inhale, we're extending, stretching the legs. As we exhale, we're going to place the foot down. So we're slowly creeping our way towards the front of the mat. We might have to come onto our fingertips. We might have to bend our knees for space. And we're all going to meet at different times. So just finding a forward fold once you're ready. And what I mean by that is feet hip distance apart. The knees can be soft. But we're drawing our tailbone up towards the ceiling. Fingertips might touch the mat. And we're just letting our torso hang. So we're letting gravity do the work for us. Again, we're kind of folding over through the center, so we're giving our digestive system a little bit of a massage. We're also bringing or circulating oxygen back down towards the head. Let those fingertips dangle. Option to grasp your elbows here and sway from side to side in ragdoll. We'll stay here just for a few more breaths. And then dropping the grip, fingertips come back down towards the mat. We're going to straighten our legs as we inhale. Hands can come onto shins. We're straightening our spine, bringing our gaze up, so nice flat back here for halfway lift. Exhale, you can soften at the knees and fold forward. We're going to take our inhale here and forward fold. And then as we exhale, we're slowly going to roll up. So with as much control as we can. Your gaze is going to be the last thing that comes up. Just taking a few shoulder rolls once we arrive. Eventually settling the shoulders away from the ears, arms by our side. Let's glance down at our feet, make sure our toes are facing forwards. We're not gripping with them, so we don't have white toe knuckles happening. And very importantly, we're tucking that pelvis under, keeping our core engaged. Ready for our first Surya Namaskara, our first sun salutation. Moving with our breath, we inhale, reaching the arms up, palms meet. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step back to plank as we exhale. We're going to keep the core engaged, keep the elbows by our side as we lower to our knees, then our chest. I'm going to draw the core up, lengthening here and inhale, roll the top of the torso off. Baby cobra, shoulders back, gaze up. Exhale onto knees, tuck your toes and come back to downward facing dog. We've got 5 breaths here. So we're still warming up. You're welcome to be pedaling those legs out if you would like to. Just going through our points of alignment here too, so make sure those fingers are spread wide. 3, we're looking to our knees and we're melting our heart towards our thighs, so stretching the shoulders. 4, 5. Inhale, looking up to your fingertips, bring your feet to meet them. Halfway lift, so flat back, straight legs. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, bring those arms wide. Palms meet overhead. And then we exhale through heart center here, through Anjali Mudra. Releasing those arms by our side. Second round like this. Inhale, reach the arms up, look to your hands. Exhale, folding forward, tailbone towards the ceiling. Halfway lift on inhale, gaze up, flat back. Plant your hands, hop or step back to plank. You can stick with knees, chest, or you can chaturanga, elbows stay in. Inhale, maybe for upward dog, knees off, chest lifted. Exhale, downward facing dog. Holding for 5 again. So as we exhale, we shift the weight into the heels. 2, the hips stay nice and high. Navel drawn in, the core is engaged. 3, if you'd like to, give the head a little bit of a shake, release your neck here. 4, 5. Inhale, look to your hands, soften the knees and walk your feet to meet them. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, rising all the way up to tall mountain, palms together. And then exhale back down, Samosatahi. Beautiful. We're going to come into our chair pose here now on inhale. So we're sitting the weight back like we're sitting in a chair. You could probably gather that from the name. Bringing the arms forward, gaze between the hands. We want the weight to be sitting back into our heels. We should be able to wiggle all 10 of our toes. 3, and even though we're bending over, our core is engaged still. 4, 5. We're going to inhale to take those hands to Anjali Mudra. So lift the chest, shoulders back. As we exhale, we're going to take our left elbow to our right knee. We're going to take an inhale here, lengthening through the crown. So creating space. And then we exhale, twisting here, looking over that right shoulder, trying to bring our hands into the center of our chest. From here, we're going to slowly inhale. As we exhale, we're going to shift the weight over into our right foot. So we pick the left foot up. I'm going to take an inhale here. And then as we exhale, we're stepping that left foot back. We're coming onto the ball of that foot. Still twisting in our Anjali Mudra. So we're now in a twisted high lunge. It's okay if you came out of that here. Just meet us back again, focusing on lengthening the torso. Keeping that core engaged as we look over the right shoulder for one more breath. And then we inhale to rise back up through center. And we exhale, opening our back foot to 90 degrees. The arms are in a T. Inhale, roll shoulders away from our ears. And we're going to exhale, bending into that right leg. If you can't see your right big toe, bring that foot a little bit further forward. We want weight on the back side of that left foot still. We're not lumping it all into the one leg. Looking to our front middle finger. 2, 3. Make sure we're tall through the torso. We're not leaning forwards or backwards. 4, 5. Inhale, flip the front hand, the palm faces up. Legs stay as they are, and we exhale, reversing our warrior. So up and back with that right hand. Left hand comes down, left leg, or you bind behind the back. We're still bending deeply into that right knee, stretching through the right side body. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, straighten that front leg. Inhale, pop that left hip back, keeping it in line with your legs. And we exhale to take our right hand down. It can come to the thigh, it can come to the calf, maybe the inside of the foot. Reaching our left arm up towards the ceiling. We'll take a breath in here, draw your core in. And then as we exhale, we're going to gently push against our right leg. Look to our left hand. Opening up, we're twisting through the torso here. So wringing out our insides, so to speak. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, reaching the arms back up to our T shape. Exhale, bending into that right knee for warrior 2, so that we can windmill the hands down, come onto the ball of the left foot. Inhale, step the right foot back to meet the left. Exhale, chaturanga or knees, chest. Inhale, your version of back bend. You can stick with cobra or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to your hands, bring your feet to meet them. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, rising up, nice and tall. And then we exhale, bring those hands down to Anjali Mudra before we release them by our side. Same thing on the opposite side, I should say. Tongue twister. So we inhale, sitting back for chair pose. Arms up, gaze up. Gonna wiggle those 10 toes, draw your core in. 3, 4, shoulders away from ears. 5. Inhale, take hands to Anjali Mudra. Gonna exhale our right elbow to our left knee. Inhale, lengthen through the crown. And then we exhale, twisting, looking over that left shoulder. We're going to inhale, shifting the weight onto the left foot. Bring the right foot up. And then we exhale, step that right foot back. Inhale here again, lengthening. And then we exhale, twisting a little bit deeper. Beautiful, opening up through the chest. 3, 4, 5. Inhale to come back to center, back to high lunge. You're going to exhale, we're going to open ourselves out. So bringing the back foot to 90, bringing the arms to a T. Inhale, roll shoulders back. Exhale, warrior 2 on the left side. So again, make sure we've got weight the back side of that right foot. Left knee is over the left ankle. We can see our big toe. Looking at our front middle finger and making sure our shoulders aren't creeping to our ears. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, flip the front hand over. Exhale to reverse our warrior. So up and back with that left arm. Taking right arm down right leg or binding. Keeping a deep bend in that left knee. 3, 4, 5. Inhale to warrior 2. Exhale, straighten that left leg. Inhale, right hip comes back. Exhale, left hand down the left leg. Right arm reaches up. Find your center of gravity here. Try to relax your feet, taking an inhale. And then exhale, drawing the body into one straight line, twisting, looking to your top hand. 2, strong straight legs. 3, twist the torso, keep that core engaged. 4, 5. Inhale to rise back up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, taking the hands down, come onto the ball of the right foot, step the left foot back. Exhale, chaturanga or knees, chest. Inhale for back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to hands, bring the feet to meet them, halfway lift. Fold forward as you exhale. Inhale, rising up nice and tall. Palms together. And then we exhale back down, back to mountain pose. Checking in with our posture here, checking in with our breath and our body. Grounding down through the feet so we lengthen up through the crown of the head. Beautiful. So nice and tall here again, make sure that pelvis is tucked, that core is engaged. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, shifting our weight over onto our right leg to begin with, so coming onto the ball of the left foot. As we exhale, we're going to pick that left knee up. So grounding down through our right foot, the foot is spread nice and wide. Flexing our left foot, we inhale here. As we exhale, we're going to take our left foot above our right knee and move our left knee away from our body. So our flamingo style here. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, hands to Anjali Mudra again, connecting to our heart space. And as the hands come down, we're bending into our standing leg, keeping our left foot flexed. We're lowering the hips back. We're pushing that left knee away, but we're still shining our heart forward. 3, 4, shoulders away from ears. And 5. Inhale to slowly rise back up. One-legged mountain, bring the arms overhead. And we're going to exhale, step that left foot back, so nice and wide. I'm going to point the right toes to face the same direction as the left. So toes are facing even just inwards a little bit perhaps. We inhale, lengthening up, reach the arms up. We're going to exhale, take our hands to our hips. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, keep the core engaged. We're folding from our hips as we exhale. So nice flat back. Taking our hands down in front of our gaze. Now, if this seems way too far away, you can grab a pillow, blocks, books, anything here to put your hands on. We're going to inhale for a bit of a halfway lift, so straighten the back, gaze up. And then as we exhale, we might bend the elbows, trying to walk our hands in line with our feet, trying to work the crown of our head down towards the mat. The tailbone lifts up towards the ceiling. The inside of the thighs are engaged. 3, keeping it nice and active. 4, 5. We're going to inhale to walk the hands back out in front of our gaze, so back to flat back. As we exhale, we're placing our right hand in the center and we're reaching our left arm up to the ceiling, so twisting here, looking to that top hand. Again, we're twisting through the core, releasing toxins. Breathing here, trying to keep the weight even through both feet. 4, 5. Inhale to slowly release the hand back down. We'll take an exhale here. Inhale, bring hands to hips. Exhale, slowly rise up, especially if you've got low blood pressure. Taking your time here. Beautiful. We're going to point the right toes towards the front of the mat as we inhale. We're going to exhale to step the left foot up to meet the right. Perfect. So we're going to go through the same thing on the opposite side. So standing up nice and tall. We're going to inhale, shifting the weight over into our left leg this time. So coming onto the ball of the right foot. Finding your center of gravity, and then we're going to inhale, peel that right knee up, flexing the right foot. As we exhale, we take the right foot above the left knee and move the right knee away. Flamingo, find your center of gravity here. Use your core. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale as the hands come to Anjali Mudra. It's like we're sitting back into a chair again, keeping our right foot flexed, pushing the right knee away to stretch through the leg, through the hamstring. Chest is lifted. 3, push those palms together. 4, 5. Inhale to slowly rise back up, bringing our right knee out, one-legged mountain. And then as we exhale, we're stepping that right foot back. We're going to point the left toes to face the same direction as the right. So play around. You can lengthen that a little bit if you need to. Inhale to reach those arms up. Exhale, we're going to take the hands behind our back this time, so taking a bind with our fingers. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. And then as we exhale, we're folding from the hips again, leading the crown of our head down towards the mat, and then peeling the hands away from our back, away from our body. Getting a bit of extra momentum here. As we fold forward, remember to breathe wherever the tension is. Lengthening through the spine. 3, 4, keeping it nice and active if it serves you. 5. We're going to inhale, release the hands to our hips, come to our halfway lift. Then as we exhale, we're placing the hands down in front of our gaze. Inhale here, keep our right hand planted this time. And then as we exhale, left hand planted this time, we're going to exhale, lift that right arm up. So opposite arm, gazing to that top hand, twisting through the torso. If this hurts the neck though, you can bring that gaze down, but keep the weight even through both feet. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, plant that right hand back down. Exhale here. Inhale, hands to hips. And exhale, slowly rising up again. Inhale, point the left toes to the front of the mat. And we exhale, step the right foot to meet it. So coming back to mountain again. Beautiful. Inhale for tall mountain. Exhale, folding forward. Halfway lift on inhale. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Chaturanga or knees, chest. Inhale for back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, pick the right leg up for three-legged dog. We're going to exhale to bring our right knee to our left elbow. So core engaged around the spine. Inhale, extend. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, extend. Right knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale to place that right foot down, taking a round of breath here. On your next inhale, pick the left leg up. Same thing on the opposite side. So left knee to right elbow. Extend on inhale. Left knee, left elbow. Extending on inhale again. Left knee to nose. Last time extending. And then placing that foot down. Inhale, look to our hands, drop the knees down. We're going to exhale, just bringing the weight back onto the heels. Beautiful. So we're going to inhale, coming up onto the knees, bring the arms up, gaze up. As we exhale, we're going to take the hands behind us and place them as though we've got them in jean pockets. Not that we've got jean pockets, but you know what I mean. Be handy, wouldn't it? So placing our hands on our lower spine, we're going to take an inhale here, shifting the hips forward, drawing our core in. And then as we exhale, we're bringing those elbows closer towards each other, lifting our chest rather, bringing our gaze back. Inhale here, lengthening. Exhale, keep that core engaged. We're going to start to lean back into our supported camel. So hips forward, shoulders away from ears, drawing a line with our nose across the ceiling. You can stay here. You can reach for your heels if you know that full camel is in your practice. But keep that core switched on. Relax the neck here for 3, 2, 1. If you're in your full camel on inhale, bring one hand back to your lower back. Exhale, bring the next hand. All of us together are going to inhale to come back up nice and tall through the crown. We're going to exhale to untuck our toes. Sit or sink our sit bones back to our heels. And we're just going to come into our child's pose, keeping our knees together, rounding our spine over our thighs. And even this position here, child's pose, while it is resting, right now it is contracting and massaging the digestive system, especially now that we've got the blood flowing. Helps that armor to get moving, those toxins. So taking a couple of nice, controlled cleansing breaths here. We'll take 2 more breaths. And then we'll bring the hands in front of our gaze as we inhale, lifting our chest. We're going to exhale, let the feet come out to one side. So sitting down on the mat and swinging our legs around in front of us. We're just going to take a nice passive forward fold here so we can keep a bend in the knees if we like. And we're just going to fold ourselves over our thighs, maybe taking a mudra around our big toe. Like I said, keeping it pretty passive here, letting that spine roll over, counteracting our camel pose. And we're going to take our hands beside our sit bones. We're going to inhale to shift our sit bones up towards our heels. And we're going to exhale just to grab behind our thighs now. So bring our knees together. If you've done yoga before, you'll likely know what I'm bringing you into now. Navasana, everyone's favorite pose, boat pose. So we're going to inhale to come up onto our tiptoes. We're going to straighten our spine, so chest out, shoulders back. This V shape is what we're aiming to keep. We don't want to be doing this and rounding. As we exhale, we're going to pick our feet up off the mat, bring our elbows out wide. Keep that core engaged here. Make sure we're not holding our breath. 2. You've got the option of taking the hands out. 3, 4. If you start to come into your back though, you can grab those thighs. And releasing down on 5. Taking our head between our knees, rounding our spine. Just taking a couple of nice deep breaths. We've got 2 more rounds of boat pose. Stimulating through the abs section, getting the digestive system working. So we're going to inhale, bring our knees together, grab behind the thighs, coming onto our tiptoes. Exhale, bring the feet up. So this is option number 1. Option 2 is to bring the arms out. Option 3 is to straighten the legs. You can take them back down at any point in time. Find your level. 4, 5, gently lowering the feet down, rounding over. Couple of deep breaths here. If you're feeling any pain through your back, really try to engage the abs. Keep a hold of those thighs. Ain't no shame in that. Boat pose is hard. So inhale, bring those knees together, grab behind the thighs, lifting our chest. Exhale, pick the feet up. This is our last one, so push yourself, but if you find yourself taking it into your back, take it down a notch. 2, shoulders back, chest lifted. 3, 4, 5. This time we're going to let ourselves roll back down onto our mat. We're just going to take a couple of nice big circles with the knees here. And just reversing the direction of these circles. We're going to place our feet down on the mat with knees bent. Bring our hands down on the mat too. We're going to inhale to cross our right leg over our left, so crossing at the knees. As we exhale, we're going to let both of our knees fall to the left side. We're going to try to keep our right shoulder grounded down into the mat though. So right shoulder stays down. The gaze might come over that side. Just letting the knees grow nice and heavy. Releasing through the spine here. As we exhale, just feeling the body relax into the stretch. Inhale, draw the knees back to center and place that right foot down as we exhale. Inhale, hug left knee over the right. Exhale, drop those knees to the right side so left shoulder stays down. The gaze can come over the left shoulder or you can close the eyes down. Just taking a couple of nice deep breaths. Inhale, draw the knees back to center. And exhale to place that left foot back down. Now we've got one final position we're going to come into before we come to our Shavasana. But we do have 2 options. So I'm going to give you your 2 options and you decide what suits you best. The first option, and those of us that want to challenge ourselves or those of us that know it's in our practice, we are going to come into a plow pose. And a plow pose is basically coming to a shoulder stand and then dropping the feet behind our head. However, if you know that you have problems in your neck, if you know that that might be intense on your shoulders, or if you've got high blood pressure, then you're not going to be doing this one. So anyone with recurring injuries, anyone who's not sure, not confident in it, then I've got another option for you. And if you've got high blood pressure, you've got to be really careful with inversions. Really careful. So we've got a nice gentle option for all of you to take instead. And this is also for anyone who just wants to start to wind down a little bit earlier. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab a towel, block, bolster, whatever it is that you've got. And you're just going to come up sideways to your wall. And we're going to pop this next to the wall. So one side, for me, it's my right side, is going to be on that towel. And we're just going to lay ourselves down so that we've got our sit bones nice and close to the wall. And then we're going to swing our feet up And swing ourselves around so that we're parallel to the wall. We've got that towel for a little bit of support. Once we're here, we're going to relax the head, the neck down. Keep the feet up, keep the toes flexed, and you're just going to stay here. And if you don't have a wall that's handy, you can also do this with your feet just in the air, maybe with something underneath the small of your back. Just staying there and relaxing, breathing, feeling the blood making its way from your feet to the heart to bring extra oxygen around the body. It's super cleansing. It's also super relaxing for the nervous system. It's great before bed. If you're going to be meeting us in plow, then we're going to come to laying on our back. Make sure we've got space behind us. Our palms are down. We're going to use momentum. So we're going to, like our rocking motion, bring our knees into our chest and then extend our legs behind us. So relaxing the head down. We're going to inhale. And then as we exhale, dropping the toes behind us. So we're coming onto the shoulders. We're not on the neck. Straightening our legs out. The ball of the foot is down on the mat. Again, we're crunching here through the center, massaging the digestive system. If this is too much, you can come out of it at any point. But if not, we're going to take a bind with the hands. We're going to walk those shoulders in a little bit closer. Push those heels away. And we're going to stay here for 6 breaths. 5, 4, trying to work those hands down towards the mat. 3, 2, 1. Whichever variation we're in, we're going to slowly start to come out of it now. If you're in plow pose, you're going to take your hands onto your back. We're going to begin to bring the knees in towards our face. So hands are here to support. Lift the feet off, the knees are bent. We're slowly going to roll down using our hands to support us. And we're all just going to come back onto the mat here now. We're going to find our Shavasana so the knees can stay bent. You can extend your legs out in front of you. If you find you get a bit of lower back pain, try bending those knees or try placing a pillow or your rolled towel underneath them. If your body's really calling out for any other stretches, please feel free to do those now. Or if not, just finding a position where you can begin to settle, begin to relax, softening the breath, closing the eyes down. Just imagining we've got a ball of white light, 2 little balls of white light down at the very tips of our toes. As we inhale, those balls grow a little bit brighter. And as we exhale, they start to travel up the feet, up the calves, holding on to any tension it meets. And then inhaling here. Exhale, they move a little bit further up the leg, bringing any tension with it. Continuing to inhale wherever you've got tension. And exhale to feel the light move the tension up through the body. Moving up a little bit further with each breath. If you're holding a lot of tension in one particular area, you might need to take a few breaths here. And then when you're ready, When it moves on, you feel yourself relax, sink a little bit deeper. Eventually, this ball of light is going to make its way up to the crown of your head, where it's going to be released with an exhale, taking the tension from your body with it. And you're going to stay here now in this place of total relaxation, feeling supported by the earth underneath you. And you're welcome to stay here for a while longer in Shavasana if you'd like to. But if you're ready to come out of this, just going to start to slowly invite some gentle, soft movement back into the body, keeping the eyes closed, and just becoming a little bit more aware of our surroundings. Just increasing this movement ever so slightly, coming back into your body. And taking your time here to draw your knees into your chest and letting them fall to one side. Let the body roll over. Use the arm as a pillow here. Relaxing just for a few breaths. And then taking your top hand, pushing that down into your mat. You're going to push yourself up, coming into any comfortable seated position, still with the eyes closed. Sitting up nice and tall through the crown of the head. And taking a moment here to reflect on your practice. To show gratitude to yourselves for making it onto the mat. Show gratitude to your amazing bodies for allowing you to do this. On our next inhale, we're reaching the arms wide, bringing the palms to meet overhead. We exhale, hands through to heart center, bowing the head and blinking the eyes open gently. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.